What's up, geeks and gamers? My name is Draymond and welcome to Thorium Gaming. So, we finally get to sit down to this. I have been so looking forward to it, and I know the music in the background right now is probably a little bit louder than I'd want, but doesn't matter. We're gonna jump into Battletech. I put off making this Let's Play because, well, without being able to customize your secondary pilots, not having you guys in there, well, it just wasn't the same. So, we're going to jump right into it, and I'm going to take you through the character customization for the main character, i.e. me, for the start of this, because, well, there is a lot to do. So we're going to do the standard campaign. Of course, you could go into the custom difficulty settings, which give you a ton of different things that you could do. We don't want to skip the prologue, because there's a bunch of the story in it, and, well, yeah, it's actually really awesome. As far as the advanced Mechwarriors, contract payment, all that stuff goes, we should be good. I don't really want to put on lethality because I don't want to lose you guys as much as possible, but these are the standard settings for the game, so that's what we're going to be doing. This is the hard part. Enemy force strength, they can get pretty hairy at times, but we're going to jump into it and see how it works out, so let's jump in.
I am Kamea of House Arano, High Lady of the Oregon Reach, Protector of Coromedir, and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times, about the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great Mechwarriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
Well, that was a hell of a way to start things off. So now we get to customize me. And then later on, as we hire other mercenary pilots, it's kind of a shame we don't get to keep Glitch around. I don't know why, but I've grown really attached to that pilot in my own personal playthroughs, but that's not here nor there. So, the Oregon Reach is a small kingdom on the Rimward Periphery, a region of space that lies on the outskirts of a more densely colonized inner sphere. It is home to the Oregon Coalition, a federation of organized around a parliamentary monarchy and ruled by the Arano family. I swear I can English. For 3 generations under the rule of House Arano, the Oregon Coalition has remained a relatively peaceful corner of the periphery. It's here that our story begins. So, now we get to choose where we came from, well, where my family came from. Out of all of these, you'll notice that the brackets have house names in them. Karita, Merrick, Davian, Steiner, Liao, these are some of the great houses of the inner sphere. The big powers, in a sense. I would go with the Federated Sons because I like House Davian. I'm a old school Battletech fan. I like the universe itself. But there's a better option. one that has deeper meaning for anyone else who is a fan of Battletech, the Deep Periphery. Mechwarriors that hail from the Deep Periphery are rare, but even rarer is a Mechwarrior who will admit to such an origin. Beyond the uttermost edges of the Periphery lie the depths of space that remain uncharted and unknown to most of human civilization. Little is known about these regions, but they are far from uninhabited. The Deep Periphery is littered with abandoned colonies and small outposts, isolated from the rest of humanity. After the fall of the Star League, General Alexander Kerensky led the remnants of the Star League Defense Force into the Deep Periphery, disappearing from the Inner Sphere and recorded history. This is before the clans came back. And for anyone who's a big fan of the Battletech series, by Kerensky's legacy, let's do this. Alright, though immigrants to the Iridian Reach, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system on the edge of Iridian space. By the time you were born, your family had become the de facto ruling nobility of the system's only inhabited planet. You were the oldest child, heir to the family's titles and ancestral battle mech, an old blackjack BJ-1. Yeah, you can get your jokes in right now, because there's going to be a few of them. This is where you met Raju Mastiff Montgomery. I don't know why I said Mastiff so weird. A veteran of the Succession Wars from whom your parents hired for a season to train you as a mech warrior. Raju was strict, but capable, and you quickly became a skilled pilot under his tutelage. It was an uneventful life, until the day after my 16th birthday when, and this is where we get to make a couple of choices. Now each one of these choices does have effects on our stats. Gunnery is obviously your shooty-shooty, tactics is kind of your ability to target, piloting is your mobility, guts is your ability to shake off damage, and you get a couple of different things, but we're going to go with Family Betrayed, because, well, these do have effects later on in some conversations that pop up. The gunnery and guts right off the bat is, well, it's fairly significant. So we're going to go with Betrayed. So my family was betrayed and its seat of power destroyed. You defeated the betrayers, but you were the sole surviving member of your house. With nothing but your family's ancestral blackjack left to call your own, you set off to make a new life for yourself. This is where you guys come in. No mercenary commander is good without mercs to fight for them. And I believe I'm going to call this series like Thorium Mercenaries. So we're going to go with that. Out on my own, I fell into a life of a... And this is where we get to make our next choice. We've already taken Guts and Gunnery. So I think piloting would probably be the best idea for this. So we're going to be a merchant guard. You signed on as a guard for a small trading guild, providing security as the guild's caravan made its trading runs between the Inner Sphere and the Periphery. It was largely an uneventful life, but you were able to put your Mechwarrior skills to good use on the occasional scuffle with pirates and uncooperative local governments. While escorting a supply caravan to a small outpost on the outskirts of the Iridian Reach, you were set upon by pirates and left for dead. Raju happened to be visiting the capital city and picked up your distress call. Upon rescuing you, he offered you a job in the House Arano Royal Guard. So it is that you find yourself reunited with your old mentor, preparing your ancestral blackjack for guard duty on the coronation day of Lady Kamea Arano. Alright, now we get to customize this. So, we just gotta pick something that's generally close to who I am. It looks fairly close, but we can customize it. So, of course, I'm going with Draymond as my call sign, because, let's face it. And just to make sure that everything's all on the money, because I don't want to really put names into this. I'd love to, but I don't want to. We're going to go with Thorium LeBlanc for it, and then it kind of makes sense later on. Now just a few customizations. I'm going to remove all the makeup and get rid of the scars. I don't have any scars on my face. It's one of the few areas of my body that aren't scarred. And we're going to all be rocking this nice battle suit for all of our custom pilots, so there's some uniformity in there. And let's find one that's fairly close. That should be close enough. I do tend to keep facial hair on, because I'm lazy. But we're going to go back to the normal complexion, which makes it look a little weird. That one's actually a little bit better, and closer to what I am. And of course I do keep my head shaved, so that'll work. And deep brown hair. My eyes are brown, of course. Yeah, I know, more information than you guys ever needed. And since we don't have anything else to do, that looks pretty good. Let's just shift the lighting a little bit, see if we can make it a little bit more iconic, I guess. There we go. I like that. Alright, so here we go. 3 gunnery, 3 piloting, 2 tactics, and 3 guts to start off with. So let's jump into the fight. Of course, my squeaky chair is kind of interrupting the music. Alright, so it looks like there's some weird stuff going on, but Coronation Day, Arano Summer Palace, 8:53 local time. This will be the tutorial, give us the basics of gameplay.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, so WASDA moves our camera, or moving to the edge of the screen. Right mouse, or Q and E, rotate the camera. Alright, okay, Draymond, I had the Espinosa refit yards rush the repairs on your Blackjack. Looks like it's all in one piece, but we should run some diagnostics on it just to make sure. Standard field tests, you know the drill. More importantly though, I want to tell you more about the job I brought you out here to do. Now do me a favor and get that battle mech moving, and let's see if there's any kinks in the actuators. Alright, so select myself, and...
I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty.
Okay, Mastiff. That sounds ominous. I brought you here because there's something wrong in the capital. It's been too quiet since High Lord Tamati's funeral, and I'm worried about Lady Kamea's safety during her coronation procession. Anyway, looks like your actuators check out. Let's conduct a weapons test. Target one of those burnt-out old urban mechs and open fire.
Like I was saying, I can't prove anything. But my gut tells me something's off. And a warrior trusts their instincts.
All weapons committed.
There's an urban mech down. Got completely obliterated.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Right, good shot. Your guns are in working order at least. I've been training Lady Arano since she was 14 years old. She can be naive at times, and proud, but I have no doubt that she'll be a just and effective ruler. It's on us to see her safely to Cordia City. I'll rest easier once she's in the capital, with her cousin Victoria by her side. Lady Victoria, well, she's only been training under me for a single season, but she's already shaped herself into one of the strongest Mechwarriors I've ever seen. Reminds me a lot of you, truth to be told. Well, we are possibly connected to the clans, but that's besides the point. Anyway, we should run a check on your targeting computer. You see the drone over there, the one moving through the tree line? Put some hurt on it for me, and when it turns, take it out with a single rear angle shot. After it's down, we'll keep moving.
Kamea's like a daughter to me. And her late father, High Lord Tamati, was a good friend. Victoria pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
Seems our teacher is pleased with us. But I only hire the best, which is you guys. Nice shot. Now, I don't know how familiar you are with your Regian politics, but the Reach was badly shaken by High Lord Tamati's death. It needs a smooth transfer of power, and Kamea belongs on the Cormorant throne. Go ahead and fire up your jump jets, kid. I want to see you descend this cliff face. Aim for that patch of ground over there, near the edge of the lake. Shouldn't be too hard.
Engaging jump jets.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
Plasma leak detected, jump jet malfunction, jump jet systems damage, system inoperable until repaired. Well, for the love of all the gods, this is what I get for insisting on a rush job. Not that I had much of a choice. The Espinosa refit yards were backlogged like you wouldn't believe. It looked like they were trying to process every single Royal Guard mech in time for the coronation. There isn't any time to get your jets replaced, so we're just going to have to make do without them. Go ahead and take that mech down with a melee attack. I want to make sure nothing else is going to break down on your blackjack before we take it out on Cormorant Road. It's kind of sad that a gunner-style mech is doing nothing but melee with its head. Good hit. At least that's solid. Alright, one last test. I want you to take your blackjack up to a sprint and evade my attacks.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
Full throttle.
Congratulations, Draymond. Your blackjack's as combat ready as it can be, given the circumstances. For what it's worth, I hope that my suspicions turn out to be unfounded, and that we end the day having a good laugh about what a paranoid old man I've become. But if not, then I know that you'll be ready. Alright, it's time to move out. Lady Arano is waiting for us at the mech bay.
An impressive display, Sir Raju. Of course, this Mechwarrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
Draymond, allow me to introduce Kamea Arano, soon to be High Lady of the Regian Coalition. Is that Lady Victoria on this channel? For the time being, my father has summoned me to the Picton Docks. I have a fleet inspection and a tour of the family refit yards to preside over before the coronation. Behold the responsibilities of a noble daughter, a font of tedium that never runs dry. I know the feeling, cousin. By this time tomorrow, I'll be responsible for the entire Reach. Give my best to your father, and don't be late for the tourney. The gambling dens are already taking bets on how long it'll take me to crippleize that customized monstrosity you pilots. Well, there's some rivalry for you. Bold words, cousin, but the only victory they'll be celebrating is mine. You may be ascending to the throne today, but my Kaga is more than a match for that family heirloom you call a battle mech, and in the arena, I reign supreme. We'll see, cousin. We'll see. At any rate, I will see you at the tourney grounds. Sir Raju, I'm ready to go when you are. Overland along the Cormorant Road, as is the Arano tradition. Aye, Kamea, we'll get you there in one piece. Draymond, fall in behind me. And remember what I told you.
Mission successful.
Alright, so basic tutorial mission out of the way.
I remember the Oregon Reach of old, the time of the Great Expansion. I was just a boy then. Proudly we went forth, bringing the light of our coalition to so many systems. And for what? To see our great kingdom slowly waste away? Year after year, the Council deliberates while our economy falters. And the wolves bay at every door, while covetous neighbors plot against us. Well, I say, it can go no further. We are here today because if Lady Arano will not act, someone must. I know what I'm asking of you. You will face former comrades, or even loved ones, on the battlefield. I take up arms against my own niece. But remember, today we sacrifice so that tomorrow we can return our kingdom to its proper glory, to its proper strength. So should you fall tonight, know that you did so as true heroes of the Reach. To your stations, for the Directorate!
Well, nothing like a few thousand tons of battle mech dropping in.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, so we have to escort Lady Kamea. I'm going to miss this, Raju, the clarity of purpose that I feel in the cockpit of a battle mech. The simplicity of it. But there they are. Just up ahead, the city gates and my future all laid out before me. Wait, what's that smoke? A guard post, one of the small ones that dot the roads leading into the capital. But the emergency bands have been quiet all morning. I haven't heard anything about any fire.
This is damned odd, and I don't like it. Kid, keep your head on a swivel and be ready for anything.
Some sort of explosion. Looks recent too. Do you think it was an accident? No chance. You see those scorch marks on the rubble? That's laser fire. We need to get you out of here, Kamea. Right now. Yes, I think you're right. There's a patrol of Royal Guard mechs up ahead. We should go to them.
Whatever's happening here, I won't let it derail your coronation. Your people need you.
Thank you, Raju. I will prove myself worthy of the faith you've placed in me.
Of that, I have no doubt.
Alright, so we just gotta get to these Royal Guardsmen. Flying our colors anyway. Oh.
Confirmed.
Lady Kamea's colors. It's a good thing that the Blackjack starts off as a sniper-style mech. So I don't move as fast as these guys do. That would be the piloting skill not being up to par.
Roger.
Let's get Kamea into a little bit
I'm on it.
cover. Hail, Mastiff. Hail, Lady Arano. We were preparing for Lady Arano's coronation parade when we got word of a disturbance along the Cormorant Road. A guard post behind us was attacked. Sir Raju found evidence of laser fire. Is the road behind you clear? Aye, all the way to the mountain, or to the southern gate. Lead the way, Sir Raju. We'll fall in right behind you and guard your six. Tell me something, guardsman. If the road is clear, why is your battle mech damaged? Our mechs are overdue for maintenance, but that isn't important right now. We need to worry about Lady Arano's safety. Now, my lady, if you'll come with us... Yeah, this doesn't seem fishy at all. No, you're lying to us. It's my coronation day. No mech tech would have sent you out for the parade duty in that condition. I am your sovereign, sir, and you will tell me what happened here. Damn it, girl, we don't have time for this. Take them. Kill the old man and the Mechwarrior, but take Lady Arano alive. Oh, great.
Fall back, Kamea. Get behind us.
You didn't train me to cower, Raju. You trained me to fight.
Safeties disengaged.
Eliminate hostile guardsmen. All friendly units must survive. Alright, let's see if we can get a shot on his six. Not without turning our back to them. That's a Shadowhawk and a Panther. The Panther's biggest strength, I guess you'd say, is that it has a PPC on its right arm, particle projector cannon. Whereas the Shadowhawk
Roger that.
has that big AC in its torso. Going after Raju. which is okay for now. Can't really get a good position on that one. What is Kamea armed with? SRMs, medium lasers, and LRMs. She can get into the rear armor of that Panther. She can knock it out. That would be fantastic.
Discharging weapons.
Destroyed some heat sinks, exposed some armor.
Reporting a critical strike.
Now, a real shame is that the jump jets on my Blackjack are disabled at the moment. So we're going to flank the Panther, and we're going to take on the Shadowhawk with more autocannons.
All weapons committed.
And one of his SRMs got crit. That's
Enemy
good.
mech. Critical damage detected.
Alright, Mastiff,
Got my
you've got an
attention.
AC-10, 2 medium lasers, and an LRM-10.
Follow my lead.
Pull you back into the cover of the forest a little bit more, and we're going to get you to keep hammering on that Shadowhawk.
Damn you for making me do that, son.
Oh, it's a large laser, not a PPC on that arm. Okay, well, that doesn't necessarily make it any better, but it's not as bad as the other option. If I can get into his rear arc, which I can, even though the autocannons are going to be slightly unstable from firing last turn, we can still get a few good laser shots. Destroyed a couple of parts of him, including a leg, which means he's going to be on his back. A couple of ways to defeat enemy pilots that allow you a lot more salvage is to knock out both legs or hurt the pilot. We're going to move Kamea back behind Mastiff and myself, just to keep her kind of safe. We're going to overheat. We're going to keep those SRMs up.
Confirmed.
So an ammo explosion and left torso was destroyed. And Mastiff should get to go before anything else happens.
Orders.
So we'll get a little bit of range with him, and that should finish off this Panther.
Affirmative. What a waste.
From Alexander Madeira. Static, Kamea, static. Kamea, can you hear me? Alexander, we were just attacked. The Royal Guard, my own guardsmen, tried to take me prisoner. It's happening here, too. The Royal Guard are killing one another in the halls. Lord Carosa's house guard just got gunned down in front of me. The Tourney Pavilion is a slaughterhouse. I won't let these seditionists, or whatever they are, steal my birthright. We need to rally every loyalist we can find and make a push on the capital. I'll take the throne by force if I must. Go to Rotura Township, to the armory. Your soldiers are using it as a rally point. I heard Lord Decimus send his house guard there a few minutes ago. Someone's here. I have to move. Rally what forces you can and meet me at the tourney grounds. Be safe. You heard him, Mastiff. Rotura Township. We'll go there and rally our fighters, and march on the southern gate with an army at our back. Kamea, I know that you and Lord Madeira are friends, but we can't take what he told you on faith. Right now, we don't know who we can trust. In this case, we do. Alexander has been my closest friend and confidant for as long as I can remember. His loyalty is beyond question. I trust him with my life, and yours. Now take me to the armory. As you command, my lady.
Traitors.
I do
in
voices,
the
but I don't do
guard.
voices well.
And I fear this is only the beginning.
Let's
Follow
pop
me.
massive up.
Keep close and remember your training. Things are likely to get ugly between here and there.
This will allow us to cool off a bit, at the very least.
Talk to me.
this should lead up into the township, but we'll have Mastiff brace for now.
Holding to vent heat.
Nice little 30-ton vehicle. Not really much we can do right now as far as shooting goes. So let's just move and brace.
Reading you loud and clear.
Don't really want Kamea out in the open. It is our job to protect her, after all.
Enemy detected.
This one might go over a little over our usual time limit because we got to get through the prologue and everything. And, well, I want to make sure that we get full missions in. So the timing on this might be a little off.
Copy that.
Mastiff can sensor lock that. It's a striker for us. It loses a lot of evasion and makes it a lot easier for us to hit when it's sensor locked, obviously. So we can use that to our advantage for the other two members of the team and take some shots. Let's get our blackjack moving. Save the AC ammo since it's such a low chance to hit. And it wouldn't be bad to
Enemy unit destroyed.
slow the roll on the autocannons, because they will get a stagger penalty for every turn that they fire consecutively. And that went off our armor, and it hurt a little bit.
Tell me what you need. Confirmed.
Now, Kamea, from where she is, shouldn't have too many weapons that can actually do some damage. But she does have split fire. Split fire allows us to shoot at two separate targets. But apparently, only one of them is actually able to shoot anything. I thought that was a straight line. It is a straight line. I guess we're just going to fire at what we have target locked. Starting to chip through our armor.
Damage minimal.
Never liked the cockpit on the Blackjacks, though. It's like, here, I'm standing right here, shoot me. And the yellow bar underneath our heat, which is the red bar, is our stability. And the more they keep shooting us, the more unstable our mech gets. Now we're unsteady. Hopefully we'll be able to deal with that before anything bad happens.
Aye, aye.
Alright, we got a Scorpion, a Striker. It's got an AC-5 and a machine gun. We want to get rid of that AC-5. That was kind of a waste of missiles, but okay. I'm fine with that.
You were brave, I'll give you that much.
I'm listening.
Since I'm unstable, Kamea, why don't you move up and take out one of the Strikers? Now, the numbers on the autocannons are kind of poignant in this situation. The bigger the number, the bigger the damage, but also the shorter the range. So, AC-20s, while incredibly large, both the size of shell and damage, are incredibly short range and take up a ton of room on a mech. So, the little AC-2s that we have mounted on our Blackjack here, they're the sniper autocannons, shall we say. They're designed for long-range combat. Medium lasers, not so much, but having waited a turn, our autocannons should have a fairly good chance of hitting.
Enemy unit destroyed.
now we're out of combat again. So let's just
Roger.
do what we can to book it up towards the front lines.
I'm on the move.
To give us a chance to dissipate some of our heat. Kamea, do you read me? It's Espinosa, your uncle. Do you hear me? House Espinosa is usurping the throne. It can't be. Uncle Victoria. Kamea, I just watched an Espinosa battle mech plow through an alley full of civilians. This is happening, and it's happening now. Your loyalists have fallen back to the market districts. That's where they're making their stand. What's left of the Royal Guard are doing their best, but there's something wrong with their battle mechs. Wait, what's that sound? Oh gods. Well then. It's over, Kamea. Your ascendancy, the Arano legacy, all of it. Victoria, what have you done? You know, Kamea, for years I loved you like a sister, but then my father helped me see it. Your family's complacency, what it's done to the Reach. Our nation dwindles like a dying star, and House Arana is to blame. My father offered you a path to glory. I'd have fought under your banner proudly, served as your strong right hand. It was like a knife in my heart when you turned away from him. Damn it, Victoria, I taught you better than this. You taught me lies. Kamea, for the love that I once bore you, I'm going to give you a chance to surrender. I'll even spare the old man and his Mechwarrior if you stand down now. I don't want to see you hurt, but you cannot be allowed to rule. I'll see you hanged for this, Victoria. You and your father both. Do you hear me? You are traitors to the Reach, and I will fight you to the last. Then you're truly a fool. I'll spare you in spite of yourself, but you've cost your royal escort their lives. Oh, perfect! Now we're getting dropped into the middle of another firefight.
All Espinosa forces. This is Lady Victoria Espinosa. Lady Arano is to be apprehended and taken alive by my command. Fail to follow these instructions, and you will have me to deal with.
Alright, well that cicada just got generally screwed up. It's a locust. Is it gonna melee us? Well, that's kinda silly. So they're dropping light mechs into our path, which I guess makes sense. We've only been fighting lights and a couple of mediums. The Panther, the vehicles, all three of these mechs are technically light class. The
Yes, I hear you.
Shadowhawk that we killed earlier was more of a medium, but they're not throwing the heavy guns at us. I would be expecting things like heavy fire to come at us.
I'll make it happen. You chose the wrong side.
Alright, so that's a mech down. Alright, so we got a spider that only has 2 medium lasers on it. And a locust that is, for some reason, intent on meleeing. They both have a lot of evasion, though. Cancel those auto cannons, just fire our lasers.
Engaging target. Enemy mech. Critical damage detected. Incoming transmission.
Attention, citizens of Coromadir 6. This is Lord Santiago Espinosa. With the unanimous support of the founding houses, I have assumed control of the Oregon Coalition. For your own protection, I urge you to remain calm and stay indoors until otherwise instructed. All hostile units, stand down, and you have my oath that you will not be harmed. Resist, and you will be fired upon.
My father placed his faith in that man. I gave him my trust. He was family. If you had any sense, you'd retreat.
Alright, so it looks like the Lord Espinosa is trying to go full dictator on us right now. Just claimed the Reach. But we're loyal guardsmen right now. We've got to get Lady Arano to safety. Our autocannons are still not in a good place to fire. Unfortunate part is while we're blowing this Locust apart piece by piece, all of its weapons are mounted on its center torso. So it doesn't do us much good to actually shoot it to death
Fall in behind
on the
me.
sides. That Kintaro that Lady Arano's using,
Giving him everything I've got.
well, it generates heat
Punch
at
right
an
through his
amazing
armor.
pace. Is it gonna melee again? Man, they're just raking on Mastiff.
My armor's in bad shape.
Tell me what you need.
Well, since you're risking overheating,
Throwing hands.
Kamea, you're weakening. Alexander, thank the gods. I thought I'd lost you when the bombs fell. You very nearly did. Kamea, the city is lost. We have to get off this planet, and we need to do it now. I can't abandon Cormadir. This is my home, my birthright. The battle's over, Kamea. Lord Madeira has the right of it. It's time for you to run. Escape from this madness and live to restore the Coalition another day. You're right. You're both right. My uncle has won. The Reach is his. We'll mourn for it later, the both of us. For now, you need to move. I have a dropship waiting at Shepherd's Pass, and I'm on my way there right now. Hurry and meet me there, please. We're on our way.
You get to that ship, Alexander. I mean it. We will not lose you and my throne on the same day.
Alright, so we have to get Kamea over there. I'm not seeing these vehicles we're supposed to be fighting, though. Alright, we have to get up to that landing zone. There's a couple of vehicles in the way. I don't really think there's anything we can do, so let's try to cool down our weapons a little bit by just sprinting.
Full throttle.
It'll give us some evasion and allow us to drain some heat. This is definitely going to run a little bit longer than usual, guys, so lots of battle tech to start it off. I'm so happy about it. Alright, Mastiff.
Got my attention.
Doesn't look like you can get a shot off, so let's just move you into cover.
Moving out.
And that's where the evasion came in. Alright, Kamea, we're going to send you up first, and get you over there to launch some missiles. And then we'll sweep in with our medium lasers and finish it off.
I'll make it happen.
For situations like this, it's actually a good idea to try and strip as much evasion as you can off your opponents before you have to end up shooting them. Our ACs are only 45%, 55%. Let's just finish this Scorpion off.
Target.
Good old medium lasers.
Enemy unit destroyed.
It is worth noting that all vehicles take extra damage from melee attacks. So if you get a lot of vehicles on you, stomp them. Because, well, they take extra damage from that.
Orders. Roger that. triggering an Alpha strike.
Alright, so that's one more objective off the board.
Go down. The poor bastards. Affirmative.
Sounds good. I'm moving.
I don't want to spread us out too much. Be a good chance to blow off some heat, though. Let's see what we can do to keep everybody in as much cover as possible. I see a turret up on the hill there. That's probably not a good sign. This is your last chance, cousin. Don't make me order your death. Do whatever you must, betrayer. Headstrong fool to the end. Damn you for this. Sigh. Captain Haas, destroy them. Mastiff, my cousin, all of them. Leave no survivors.
As you command, my lady.
Alright, so I'm guessing the two turrets, which look like light laser turrets,
Talk to me.
and this guy are all forces we have to deal with.
Copy that.
So let's split target between his mech and that laser.
All weapons are go.
Wolverines are not bad mechs. Hopefully he doesn't do too much damage to... That was still on the armor. And he exposed his back to us.
It's better me than Lady Arano.
Yes,
So we're going to use Lady Arano with her multi-target to finish that turret off and do some damage right into his rear armor. And then we might snipe that other turret. That should do it for the first turret. It'd be a whole lot easier if we had jump jets right now. But of course, due to some sabotage in the Royal Armories, we don't have access to them. We haven't started losing chunks of our battle mechs yet, but it's only a matter of time. And there's a turret destroyed, so all we have to do is deal with Faust himself,
Destroyed.
and then we can get Lady Arano the hell off this planet.
You've got my attention.
Since Lady Arano did such a good job of getting into this guy's rear arc and opening him up, we're going to pop behind him
Confirmed.
and alpha strike as much as we can into him. Oh sure, he gets jump jets! Yeah, point blank autocannon. Not exactly a good situation for Lady Kamea.
I'm listening.
But she can get around behind him
I'll make it happen.
by walking backwards, apparently, through him. Clipping issues, you know how it is. But at that short range, if we drop off the lasers
Affirmative.
and just go over to the SRMs. That took care of his left
Inflicting
arm
heavy
and left
damage.
torso. And we can't get behind him, but we should be able to get more or less on his left side. Now, if Mastiff is
Order.
able to hit him hard enough,
Aye, aye.
directly on that now completely exposed left side, even though Mastiff has got 3 parts in the red,
Battle mech down.
Proceed to the evac
Reading
zone.
loud and clear. I'm on my way.
So let's run our battle mechs up. Get everyone in the evac zone.
Location confirmed.
Thank the gods you made it, Kamea. Captain Halvorson's prepping the engines now. In another 5 minutes, we'll be ready to depart. 5 minutes is a long time. Draymond, you see Lady Arano to the docking ramp. When she's aboard, come back to me. We'll hold this pass against whatever comes.
Thank you, Sir Raju. Thank you both. I won't forget what you've done for me today. I promise you that.
Alright, Lady Arano, let's get you out of there.
I'll make it happen.
All units advance. I want you to take down that dropship. Destroy everyone and everything that stands in your way. Alright, Draymond, I trained you for this. We'll fight side by side. Watch each other's backs. Above all else, we will keep Lady Arano safe. Protect the dropship. It's all that matters. Warning. Engine heat critical. Warning, error. Shutdown initiated. Error. Reactor offline. Weapons offline. Systems inoperable. Trouble with your blackjack, Draymond. Shame. That's been happening to a lot of the Royal Guard battle mechs lately. You have numbers on us, and you've resorted to sabotage. And you're gloating about it? You've got no honor, you vicious little brat. Not you nor your backstabbing father. Shut your mouth, old man. My father is a great man, and I swear to all the gods you will suffer if you insult him again. Your father is a coward, so are you. Draymond, I want you to eject. Now. Punch out. You're no good to anybody in a broken mech, and I won't let you die today. Eject, Mechwarrior. Now. That's an order. Now that is a badass right there. Punching out. Now come for me, Victoria. Your teacher is waiting. Come and show me what you've learned.
Mission successful.
That should be the end of the intro. Well, that seemed like a personal failure. Easy there, Thorium. You took a nasty crack on the head when you punched out. Don't worry, you're safe now. My name is Darius Oliveira, and I'm the XO of Markham's Marauders. We're a mercenary outfit with ties to House Arano. We did some work for High Lord Tamati way back when. I'd introduce you to Commander Markham, but he was on a supply run in the market district when the bombs fell. Well, he didn't make it. Well, if it wasn't for you guys, I'd be dead too. That's probably true, but don't mention it. After seeing what happened to Markham, it didn't feel right leaving you in the hands of this new directorate. When we picked up your broadcast on the emergency band, we knew what we had to do. What about Mastiff? We found his mech. It was completely cored out. Nobody survives a hit like that. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. We supported the Royal Guard on a handful of deployments, and Sir Raju earned my respect many times over. His death is a loss for all. Were you able to recover the blackjack? Yeah, our mech tech hauled what's left of it into the mech bay. It isn't pretty, but if you give him enough time, Yang can fix just about anything. Try not to take the loss too hard. Yang said that your mech showed signs of deliberate sabotage. Whoever you had working on it really did a number on the reactor. Punching out was the right move. So what happens now? Well, things aren't looking so hot around here. What with the coup and all. House Espinosa's directorate is the new de facto government of the Aragian Reach. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but Lady Arano is dead. Her dropship was destroyed on takeoff. It's all over the news. Well, then Mastiff died for nothing. He died doing his duty. From what I remember of the old man, that's exactly how he had wanted to go. Speaking of going, we're getting the hell out of Aragian territory. We're heading into a nice quiet stretch of the independent space all the way across the frontier on the Canopian border. Now, according to the info on your blood shit, you've got family in the deep periphery. I'm afraid that's going to make getting you back there difficult. There aren't many freighter captains who are willing to travel that far from the inner sphere. So the way I see it, you've got a couple of options. You could stay with us for the long haul if you wanted. That's option A. When we get where we're going, we can drop you off at the nearest planet. Maybe you can make a place for yourself there. Of course, I'll need you to pitch in for your share of the fuel, plus food, lodging, and repairs on your mech. Fair's fair, after all. Sounds decent. Alternatively, you could find a place for yourself in the Marauders if you wanted to. Wouldn't take you long to work off your debt, and you ran with Mastiff, so I know you've got the chops. Think it over, sleep on it. You've had a hell of a day, and we've got a long road ahead. 3 years later. So I've been fighting with these guys for 3 years, I guess.
Command interface initiated.
Alright, so this IPL representative, we're just going to do the talking for the start of this, and that's going to call it for this week. Because the intro was a little bit longer than I was expecting. The Independent Prospectors League thanks you for your assistance, Commander. We're miners, not soldiers. We can't fight these bastards off on our own. That's what you're paying us for. Don't worry, we'll get your platforms back. This isn't just about reclaiming what's ours. Majesty Metals killed hundreds of us when they tried to jump our claim. We want to make them bleed for what they've done here. Commander, the OP4 is holding 2 IPLs of the IPL's mining platforms. First is designated as Alpha, where they're keeping their turret generator. Move in fast and take it out. Those turrets hit hard, so you'll want to neutralize them ASAP. Platform Bravo is the site of the OP4's corporate security tower. Engage and destroy it. If they bring in a mech to protect it, take that out too. Then circle back and we'll collect our pay. That's right. I'm ready and waiting to authorize the transfer. Now go on, Commander. Hit those corporate pigs where it hurts. We'll be watching the action from here. Alright, so this is the starting lance, Glitch, Behemoth, and Decker. I really like Glitch for some reason. I don't know why. But that's pretty much where we're going to call it for this week, guys. And then we're going to jump right into this next week. Going to be coming out on Saturdays, so it's going to be lots of fun. So, once I am able to get all you guys into this, we're going to have you guys dropping in battle mechs, and, well, it's going to be tons of fun. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, please consider hitting that like button. If you'd like to join up with the 232, possibly see your name pop up in this or other Let's Plays, just hit that subscribe button, and make sure you turn your notifications on so you don't miss when a new video goes out. Remember, guys, life is a game, so play to win, and until next time, take care.